Hi, I'm Charr Crail, and I'm here with Holly Porter, and we're talking about creativity. And so, Holly, hello, please say something about yourself.
Hi. Oh, well, I'm excited to be here and visit with you for a few minutes today. Yeah, I love doing interviews with people because they can draw out things that I wouldn't think of normally. And, I'm a woman, I can talk all day. So.
Is that a woman trait?
Mostly.
Very cool. All right. So I know you're creative. Of course you're creative, right? So where does your creativity show up?
Well, it's changed over the years. I would say originally, as a kid, I'm a hairdresser by trade, 30 more plus years, and an esthetician, and then I became an instructor. And so, like, my creativity graduated as I got older. But, give me a head of hair and I can create anything. I can fix anything. I can create anything. So like I would say makeup I love. That's kind of been my passion for years. I've stepped away from that a little bit, so I don't do it as much now, but I would say that's the answer. Yeah, give me a head of hair. That's where a lot of my creativity comes out.
Well, I tell you what, it certainly gave me like all these visuals of, like what you would do with hair. I just, obviously my hair is just a little bit on the very different side, just a little tiny bit. So, okay, hair. I mean, gosh, what a great medium. All right, well, so when you approach somebody's head, for example, this head of hair, and they don't know what they want, I mean, how would you envision creating something for them? It's an artistic thing, right?
It is. And actually, I do personality profiling. And so for me, it's an interview, and I think more hairdressers and makeup artists should be doing that. I know, I don't just think. Because, once you learn about somebody, a lot of people say, oh, I'll go to somebody and I'll walk out looking like them. Well, that's not necessarily what they ask for. And so, and you can apply this to business as well. How many people really listen to you and what you want? Like, and a lot of people really don't know what they want. Like I get people come sit in a chair and they're like, do whatever you want. Those were my favorite because I could calm. My creativity could come out because I could give them what I thought was best for them. But it's still included an interview of, because if there's somebody who's sophisticated, detail oriented, they need soft curls. You know what I mean? They need softness to them. Where someone real loud and that great, awesome, fun personality like you are, I can tell, you're going to go with those bolder colors. So like one question, for instance, I would ask, and it really isn't life all about questions, asking the right questions. I would say, do you want your hair to whisper, talk, or scream?
Whisper, talk, or scream.
And I learned that from one. I didn't make that up. That's from one of my coaches. And yeah, that was what. And I thought, it tells me a lot by just asking those three things. And so I think you could create your own questions based on your own, whatever anyone does to somebody, because if you're working with a client and you want to get to know them, think of some creative ways to get answers from them, and how they answer them is also part of their personality.
Yeah. That is really interesting and unexpected, I must say. All right.
Like I said, you can draw anything out of me. I'll go somewhere.
All right. So, I mean, you kind of answered the whole question. What I wanted to ask, well, I'm going to ask it anyway because I still think it's relevant. So, if you have an opportunity to create something, your medium being hair or anything that you decide to create with, with a client you've never met before, I'm assuming that you're starting from scratch, or do you find that there's instinct that kicks in as well? Or inspiration, like something like flipping through a magazine and all of a sudden like, oh my gosh, I got to do that.
Yeah. And it's with anything, like not just hair. Like a lot of things I am saying apply to everybody in any kind of situation, really. I think it's just getting to know them and finding out what they love. Doesn't everybody have a story?
Yeah, we
do.
So
it's kind of listening to that story and picking up those nuggets from the story to be able to best serve them. And like I said, that's not just in hair. That's in life.
Yeah. So just listening and getting who people are. All right. So that says to me, you're very people oriented. You're very interested in people.
Yeah. I've always been in some kind of a service industry, and I do need to be around people. Like right now where the town I've moved to, I travel a lot, but when I'm home, like I am not social. It's weird because I came from a town where I ran for political office.
Oh my
I
gosh.
knew everybody, to like I'm going to be in my own little place, and I'm going to, you know, I love being home. I've never had a home office. I'm a real estate broker as well.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
you know, I love it right now. It's like I've created this whole different life. And I think it's just those shifts we make and those changes as we age. I mean, now I have 8 kids. They're grown. I have 8 grandkids. It's just a different stage of life.
8 kids? You have 8 kids?
And
that's a lot of kids, Holly.
Well. Yeah. I didn't kill any of them. They're okay.
Are they creative? Are they creative too, like you?
You know what? Yeah, we combined 2 families as teenagers, and so the youngest were 8, the oldest was like 19. So I raised them all. We had 7 in the home at one time.
Oh my gosh!
And they were hard years. I'm not going to kid you.
I bet.
My husband's kids. My husband's really detail-oriented, passive, quiet, puts up with whatever I want to do. And I'm like, you know, you gotta be out and do stuff. And so like most of my kids are like me, most of his kids are like him. And so, yeah, it was challenging. Yeah, you just have to learn to work. You know, they say opposites attract, and we're proof because we just celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. So.
Oh my gosh. Well, good job, you. That is pretty cool.
Did I answer the question? I don't know.
You did. Look, it's all good. It's all an answer, no matter what. And what it led me to was thinking about the creativity that it required in a way to juggle the way you did, you know, during those crazy days, as you were talking about, and what it probably takes just to run a household, right?
Can I say something too? When you talked about creativity, or when you're talking about, you know, my mom was an interior designer, so I was raised with that background, and I've worked with her, and I've hung wallpaper, and, you know, I mean, did all that kind of stuff too, which takes a lot of creativity. Like an artist, if you talk about creativity as far as like drawing, oh my gosh, I can barely write. You know? Speaking, I don't have creativity. I can barely speak English, let alone another language. And but you know, I'm just saying we pick up things of what we know.
Yeah.
You know, but I think anybody can learn to be creative.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's already there. I really do. I think that the nugget of it is already there, or we may not see it that way. I mean, people who cook, for example, this is one of my favorite examples, because they know how to instinctively, in some cases, or they just have an idea about how to put ingredients together to create something that nobody tried before. I mean, creativity created the souffle, right? So who knows where that came from? How did somebody figure out that, you know, you could do this and do it like that, and it would create that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can apply it to anything. I mean, when you said that, I don't even know why my mind went. Like even a preacher, you know, that gets up in church.
Well, yeah.
Has to figure out how to be creative to reach the people, right?
Right.
So creativity can come from anywhere.
It can. It can. I love that. Awesome. All right. Well, what's your current project? What are you up to now? What's your creative project right now?
Oh, I'm working on some programs. I have a book launching with some other ladies on the 20th of February.
Oh, nice.
2017. I'm excited about that. That was an interesting project. It ended up being more about my political story that I wasn't wanting it to be. And when she'd read it, she'd ask me some more questions. She goes, I want to know this, I want to know that. And because we all just did a chapter, and it ended up being, you know, it's like, I'm proud of it, but it's like, I didn't really want it to go there, but she says, nah, with the new president coming in, that's going to be a great chapter. And so I just went with it and did it.
So it's very relevant to our day.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah. And I told someone the other day, you know, I mean, I didn't win. I say you run twice, you lose twice, you're actually the winner.
I've never seen that before.
And I know, I made it up. But I am so happy it took that shift in my life, because it changed everything for me, and I wouldn't be where I'm at. And so I am coaching. I am doing a lot of hypnosis, and I love that. Like working with some NLP, and I can shift people. Like, I mean, I worked with someone twice, and they texted me the other day and said they had the biggest sell that they've ever had in their life. And I was just like so proud to be a part of that. Like, I felt like that shift I was able to help him make, you know, I mean, he was ready to quit, you know, he's been depressed.
Wow.
So like just things like that. It's okay. What it is, it's a replacement of sitting in my chair doing hair and letting me create something on them, and they walk out a totally looking different person. They feel that too, because they look it.
Did you hear that noise, or is it me?
Sounds like a mouse.
That was crazy. Yeah, actually, that was so interesting. I mean, you are transforming people. So what I just heard was you're transforming people in the realm of how they look, and then that's the exterior, but you're also transforming people with your NLP and your hypnosis
It was like the
through an
replacement.
internal. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's so
And so
interesting.
it's that high I got when somebody leave looking so awesome and it would
Yeah,
change them. It's that now, but it's more of an internal, you know?
yeah. When
So yeah,
somebody's,
it's like, hey, whatever gives you the high, right? You know?
well, that's what that was. There's something. Okay,
That was
got
my phone that time. I shut it off real fast. I
it.
don't know what it was before.
Oh,
Oh, okay, is that mine?
you're getting a call.
I shut it
That's all
off.
right. Calls happen. Okay, so do you have a website? If somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Yes, it's under The Image Designers with an S.
theimagedesigners.com. Awesome.
Or hollyporter.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
easy. Okay, good. Well, Holly, thank you so much. This has been really interesting. I'm excited. You'll have to keep us posted on what happens next for you. I love the inside, the outside thing that you're talking about. That was really cool. So
Oh,
thank you so much.
thank you.